And mom and pop shops in Clear Lake are hopeful the shutdown will end soon.
It is costing them business. Their story kicks off tonight's Nightcap in 90 seconds.
Many small businesses here in the shadow of NASA's Johnson Space Center are struggling. They say they never expected to be part of a ripple effect of the government shutdown. Right now, manager Rebecca Hadley calls business stale. Ordinarily, this is when Valentine's Day orders would start to pick up.
People can't or don't want to spend money because they don't have it.
The man accused of killing his estranged wife and shooting his daughter outside of the Cypress Church is dead. Arthur Edigan was found in a motel bathtub dead early this morning after an all-night standoff. Deputies say he killed himself. These types of domestic murders happen more often than you might think. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says 40% of the murders they investigate are domestic.
Tonight is the eve of the Women's March, taking place in several cities tomorrow. Millions have attended in the past, but this year, Washington organizers are expecting around 10,000 people. Weather, the shutdown, a lack of funding, and controversy around a co-founder and her association with Louis Farrakhan are all factors. Still, a star-studded lineup is expected to address crowds from D.C. to L.A.
Sony Music has reportedly ended its relationship with R. Kelly. This is based on reports from Variety and Billboard. Clearly, more fallout from the explosive Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly. Kelly denies the allegations. On Wednesday, there were protests outside Sony's New York headquarters calling for the music label to drop him.